All right, welcome back to The Buzz, everybody, and we're still in Old Town Mariposa. Let's see who Bob Borchard has for us now. Bob hiding behind Teddy Roosevelt like that.
I am Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh, no. Bob, who do you have with you today?
This is Dr. Monty Thornburg. Dr. Monty Thornburg.
Doctor, welcome to The Buzz.
Well,
thank you for coming. Why are we all holding sticks?
Well, I wanted to bring a present. I thought we could all go for a little hike afterwards because I'm really the young John Muir. And I just thought I would change from the old John Muir to the young John Muir.
So that's a John Muir there. He looks like he'd fit right in with these hipsters these days. Look at that beard.
I used to look like that, actually, back in the day. But
and by the way, these are not sticks. These are clubs. And we are all now members of a club.
Well, these are walking sticks, aren't they?
They are walking sticks. And I'm a teacher also, so I thought I would help you out with some different information here about different trees that we would see along the way.
Okay.
As we go into
Before we
Yosemite.
get into that, Doctor Bob, didn't you have something you wanted to run over real quick?
Well, of course, I always have something I want to run over real quick. We're celebrating a few things in our community, and since we know all about bus service into Mariposa, and I thought maybe we could talk a little bit, just a minute, about our Merry Christmas Festival and Parade on December 6th. We have a Christmas tree lighting. It's a big thing up in Mariposa, and if you get up in our part of the country that time of the year, you'll really kind of come to appreciate it. And we are going to have some snow.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was there December 7th last year,
Well,
and I believe that was the last real snow that you guys got in Mariposa.
Well, today being Thanksgiving and all, we kind of get antsy because we know the snow is coming in, and we've been kind of looking at some pretty dry seasons. This winter looks like we have some snow. So anyway, the other thing is another big thing going on. Up at Yosemite, you know what that is, right?
Of course.
Well, they have a sustainability conference up there. It's a really big thing. It's not just for public officials. It's for business people and whatnot. And it's December 8th to 10th, and it's up in Yosemite National Park. And if you go on the websites for Yosemite, you can check in to find out more about this conference. But that's pretty much all I want to talk about right now. What I really want Monty over here, Monty, of course, is the director of the John Muir Geotourism Center in Coulterville. And you know all about Coulterville.
You know what? Coulterville is one of the places that I want to go so bad. I haven't made time to go there. But you've been promising me this 26-mile drive, and I can't wait to take it.
Well, Monty is going to give you some insight into this 26-mile ride. We've had some issues in the news lately about a fire at the Jeffery Hotel. Mm-hmm. And, the media likes to play with the bad news, but I thought it would be a good opportunity for us to talk about some good news. And the good news is that Coulterville is alive and well. It's still a beautiful historic community, a lot like Mariposa. It has deep roots in the Motherlode area, and the Jeffery Hotel is on the mend, and we'll be back in action in a few months.
Right.
But
Well, the first thing that will open will be the saloon, and our supervisor, Merlin Jones, he's working with the community. He's a great leader, and he's going to have a team of probably 25 people just from the community that are going to come this weekend and clean out the place, and then
Start the rebuilding process?
Well, get it cleaned out, and then all the historic parts, including where, if you want to show us Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy Roosevelt stayed at the Jeffery Hotel.
Nice.
And the History Museum there, they have a signature of Teddy Roosevelt in the History Museum, people can see. And his Roosevelt room, that was not harmed at all by the fire, so that was a great thing. But I'm going to talk a little bit about, I'm the young John Muir, and so when John Muir came to Coulterville, he was really a young man, and he didn't really know exactly the direction he wanted to go. So this walking stick here is a little crooked because To be honest with you, when he was in Coulterville, he wasn't a real popular person. He hung out with cowboys and other people, and in fact, he's in the Cowboy Hall of Fame. Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He is in Oklahoma.
Were cowboys not very popular in Coulterville at some time?
Sometimes there were a lot of shootouts and what have you that went on in Coulterville in those days, and so anyway, he was, and he also was a sheep herder at one time, and but he had a lot of what some people thought were strange ideas, and so as a young man, there's still elder people there that still kind of aren't so sure about John Muir. But he came, and when he got to be older, he wrote a book, like in 1876, called My First Summer in the Sierra.
It's a John Muir book.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And that's actually a photo essay book by Scott Miller.
And Ken Burns.
Ken Burns is also, yeah. And so, anyway, John Muir wrote about his experiences much later in life when he lived in Martinez. But our reason for being in Coulterville is because we were there when he was young and when he came through and he was getting his ideas. And you're a Rough Rider, right? Is that what you were?
Yeah.
A Rough Rider?
I still am.
You still are. I thought you looked like kind
Yes.
of a Rough Rider.
I
yeah.
rough and roughshod too.
They don't get much rougher than Bob Borchard.
You know, the real purpose of this show today is, of course, John Muir and the John Muir Center, and we have the Geotourism Center is here to promote the history, the culture of the area, and Monty is the director of that center. But I think that more importantly is to maybe stress in the community, in the world, that Coulterville is alive and well, and it happens to be one of those really unique places in the mountains that people can make a getaway. And you know, I hear from people all the time about how, well, with the Jeffery burned down, you know, there's nothing left, but that's not true, and the town is still there. The shops are still vital.
Well, if you see the shop we have, we actually have one of the most esteemed retailers in Coulterville. Her name is Nina, and she's a flower lady, and we know that John Muir loved flowers. When he came through the San Joaquin Valley walking, he walked all the way from San Francisco to Yosemite.
How long did it take him?
Oh, several months, and he did that in 1868, 4 years after Lincoln signed the grant, and that's when he developed all of his ideas and so forth. And so Nina has joined with us, and she has her shop in our center, which is really a museum.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our grand opening for Nina on December 6th, also from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock in the afternoon on December 6th. We're going to have string music, and we're going to have refreshments.
And you
It's
also
the
have
best
some
way to
Christmas tree lightings and
There's a Christmas tree lighting at the firehouse.
right.
And by the way, the people at the firehouse who also worked at the Jeffery, many of them as volunteer firemen, they saved all the artifacts.
Now, the best way to get to Coulterville, is it up Highway 140?
Actually, the best way to get to Coulterville, from my perspective, is to come up 140 to town and then head out Highway 49.
Well, yeah, that's
but,
the way. Mhm.
But that's one way to do it, and
Right.
there are others. Highway 132.
You can go up 132 from Waterford. You can also come up 140 to Cathy's Valley and take the Hornitos Road.
I know
And,
it.
and that road takes you over to Lake Don Pedro and then go up 132 from there.
The reality is, and I don't tell this to everybody, and maybe we should turn the microphones down, but all roads lead to Coulterville. I know it sounds strange, but there is not one single road in the entire United States that will not get you to Coulterville.
I can't wait to get to Coulterville.
Well, I
I'm
have
gonna
to
make
tell you-
special time to go.
Talking about roads, Coulterville had the first road into Yosemite as a four-wheel road ever. And that was the John Muir route. That's the way he walked to Yosemite, was through Coulterville and up through Greeley Hill. And so that's the reason where we are. And he probably shopped in that building that we're in, the Gazzolo building, which was built in the 1800s. And so it's very unique, very historic.
Sounds like it. And was that John Muir we just saw on
Well,
screen right there?
He actually, you know, we're talking about Ken Burns. He's in a lot of Ken Burns programs. His name is Lee Stetson. He works with us with the John Muir Center. He came over to, for example, the Academy of Sciences in San Francisco had a big show for Yosemite.
You know,
there was a John.
I know
Burns
we're
film
running
there.
out of time, but Lee is a really unique character. Lee is a professional actor.
Yes.
He also serves on our Mariposa County Board of Supervisors. His term is ending in January, but he's given many years of good service to Mariposa, and he promotes our community, and John Muir, the image, works around Yosemite, and he is just an outstanding character.
Okay. Well, we have to take off. It's been another great day here in Old Town Mariposa. Let's remind everybody to get up to Mariposa on December 6th for the Mariposa Christmas Parade, and go up there and check out some of the shops up there. So much different from what you're going to find down here in the valley.
And Coulterville.
And get up to Coulterville also. Hey, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on the buzz. Stick around.
Welcome to the Gold Coin. You have a seat wherever you like.
Dirty just will never forget where I'm from and who I am. The red winged bird is my goodbye song. Knows I'm leaving this time this night. Pack my bags and memories. This time think I'm headed east. Find somewhere to win my day.
This is a real U.S. dollar, a gold coin, and it's yours if you can answer one simple question for me.
Shop Old Town Mariposa for a unique, authentic Christmas shopping experience. Make it a holiday getaway to the mountains for the whole family. Did we mention that off-season hotel motel rates are as low as $65 a night?